Hey, Dr. John Finn here. Welcome to the Habit Mechanic podcast. Right now, you can get my new best-selling book, Train Your Brain for the AI Revolution, at tougherminds.co.uk. The digital book, audiobook, and physical book are all available at a special price that you won't find anywhere else. Hi, Dr. John Finn here. What follows is a short extract from my book, The Habit Mechanic. It explains what we do at Tougher Minds and why our approach is different and uniquely powerful. It also explains what is included in the Habit Mechanic book. This is useful to understand because the way the book is structured mirrors our Habit Mechanic and Chief Habit Mechanic training programs. I hope you find the insights I share helpful. Creating tougher minds. What does tougher minds mean? As I will show in this book, most of what you are doing most of the time is mindless. You are running on autopilot. Significantly, a lot of these mindless thoughts are typically not very helpful for your health, happiness, and performance. So, to help ourselves manage the parts of our brain that are responsible for some of this unhelpful, mindless behaviour, we need to be tougher on them in the nicest possible way. We can think of this as strengthening and conditioning them, so they help us to be at our best in today's challenging world. Hence, we say, tougher minds. At Tougher Minds, we help people to be their best and also equip them with the skills to help others fulfill their potential. We do this by teaching people to be habit mechanics and chief habit mechanics. Tougher Minds, my colleagues and myself, has trained and coached over 10,000 people. We work with global businesses, high-growth startups, individuals, elite athletes, coaches and teams, leading educational institutes and families. We advise government and think tanks and have been featured in major publications including The Times, Sunday Times, Sunday Telegraph and People Management. What is the main lesson I have drawn from all my experience? Fine-tuning your brain is the key to consistently feeling, performing, and if you want to, leading better. But the only reliable way to do this in our challenging world is to become a habit mechanic. Why do we need a new approach to help us be our best? The well-intended, traditional approaches you might have tried to help you be your best, for example, self-help, training, and coaching, are, number one, typically not rooted in cutting-edge science about how your brain and habits actually work, and number two, in my experience, never grounded in comprehensive behavioural science that can actually empower you to fulfil your potential. Therefore, these well-intended traditional approaches are suboptimal at helping you be your best because they are not designed to help you change your brain. Similarly, quick tips and tricks are not designed to help you change your brain or consistently be your best. And on a very serious note, some of the advice given in these tips and tricks is misleading and potentially dangerous. To learn why, start by watching the BBC documentaries Bad Influencer, The Great Instacon, and I Can Cure You, online mental health cures. Hence, why I said earlier that if you have not been able to make successful changes before, it is not your fault. It is the advice and training you have been given that is faulty. Why are traditional approaches and quick tips suboptimal in helping you be your best? Traditional support to help us fulfill our potential typically comes in the form of knowledge and skills. But we don't run on knowledge and skills, we run on habits. Therefore, traditional approaches can do more harm than good. For example, we try, we fail, and then we beat ourselves up and develop a negative mindset about ourselves. To truly be your best more often, you need to learn how to build better habits. Let me show you what I mean. The vast majority of people now know what they need to do to live a healthy lifestyle. And the vast majority of people also have the skills and resources necessary to lead a healthy lifestyle. For example, eating 5 portions of fruit and veg per day. Yet, even if people agree these are good things to do, they do not necessarily do them. In the UK, poor diet alone is reported to contribute to 64,000 deaths per year and cost the economy £74 billion, simply because many people do not follow the advice they agree with. In a similar vein, most people know that beating themselves up less often and getting more good quality sleep would be helpful, but they don't do these things. We don't do what we know we should do. Instead, we do what we are in the habit of doing. The volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous, or for short, VUCA world. The modern world can be extremely challenging because every day others are trying to infect and infest your brain with negative habits. I will explain more in chapter 6. If you want to let these negative habits control you forever, stop listening to this book now. But if you want to learn simple and practical ways to stop and get rid of these negative habits, carry on reading. You can spend so much of your time on these negative habits that it can be like having a second job that you don't get paid for, and that makes everything you want to achieve in your life more difficult. What is a habit mechanic? Habit mechanics know how to use powerful insights from neuroscience, psychology, and behavioural science to actually feel better and do better. What does that mean in plain English? By becoming a habit mechanic, you will learn how to use a range of simple and practical tools that will change your brain via neuroscience and psychology insights and help you design your environment via behavioural science insights to make it easier to be your best. First, habit mechanics learn how to do me power conditioning. This means deliberately working towards being your best by, number 1, analysing your current habits, including those connected to worrying, being too self-critical, procrastinating, and sabotaging your own success. And 2, building more new helpful habits. What is a chief habit mechanic? Some habit mechanics want to help others fulfill their potential. So they learn how to be team power leaders so they can develop more helpful leadership habits. Building better me power conditioning and team power leadership habits are the foundations of becoming a chief habit mechanic. How can I become a habit mechanic? Number 1, commit to reading this book. Number 2, commit to implementing the ideas you learn and testing them out in your day-to-day life. Number 3, create habit building plans to help you do this. I will show you how later in the book. And number 4, use this book as a guide for your future happiness and success, dipping in and out of it as new challenges and opportunities arise in your life. How can I become a chief habit mechanic? First, become a habit mechanic. Then, commit to using the tools in step 4 of this book. I will explain more about step 4 shortly. Learn what works best for you. Nothing I say in this book is prescriptive. You are unique and will only understand what works best for you by trying things out. For example, put some of the ideas in this book into practice to learn what works best for you. I call this doing personal research. Learning how to become a habit mechanic and a chief habit mechanic is a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, but you now have all the pieces that are inside this book, and I will show you how to put them together. Habit mechanic mindset. To be our best in this challenging world, we must adopt a proactive habit mechanic mindset. This means thinking of your life as a journey where you travel through peaks and troughs, When you notice yourself going into a trough, you deliberately build new habits to help yourself get out of it faster than you otherwise would. When you feel like you are on a peak, you might want to build new habits that allow you to push yourself even higher and stay there for longer. Learning to become a habit mechanic will make it much easier to successfully navigate your life. Who does Tougher Minds train to be habit mechanics and chief habit mechanics? Individuals, anyone who wants to do better, feel better, and fulfill their potential. Businesses, from big businesses to startups, the one thing our clients have in common is their desire to beat the competition. So they naturally want to help their people and teams be at their best, especially in the new hybrid workplace. Elite sports people, managers, coaches, and athletes who want to use cutting-edge science to give themselves a competitive advantage. Education, schools, colleges, universities, and families that want to give their young people the very best chance of fulfilling their potential in life. What results do habit mechanics and chief habit mechanics get? Building new, helpful habits improves every area of life for people of all ages. The benefits include saving time. For example, Zenek Berder, the Chief Technology Officer of Bosco, said, "I've always been a well-organised and productive person, but learning how my brain works and putting these skills, habit mechanic tools, into practice saves me at least 1 hour every day. It's amazing." You will also get better at managing stress. For example, Abby Liddell, the Chief Operations Officer at Modo25, said, "The program has taught me simple and practical skills, habit mechanic tools, that make it so much easier to manage stress. I now sleep better, I'm more productive, I get to spend more quality time with my young family. I wish I'd learned these skills years ago." You will also experience improved leadership, culture, and team performance, because chief habit mechanics can demystify the dark arts of creating a winning culture, because they understand that habits are the foundations of individual and collective success or failure. As the managing director of the UK arm of a Fortune 500 company said to me after a leadership residential I ran for his team, "You have just given them the highway code for leadership and team success." Finally, young people achieve accelerated academic performance. For example, with a 12-week training program, on average, our students improve their exam results by half a grade more per subject than those who are not trained to be habit mechanics. This is seismic and something we have consistently replicated in both the state and independent sectors at schools with greatly differing levels of typical pupil examination attainment, and with children and young people from across a huge range of socio-economic backgrounds. Becoming a habit mechanic makes life easier. When you actually understand what you are designed to do and how to fine-tune your brain, life gets a lot easier. Here are other benefits people report experiencing when they learn how to become habit mechanics. I do more clever work, not just busy work. I deal with stress better and am less distracted by negative thoughts. I eat healthier food that helps my brain to function properly. I feel better and it is easier to think clearly and cleverly. I've improved my sleep and feel better in the mornings. I feel less stressed because I have simple skills to refocus my thinking. I get distracted less easily and get more work done as a result. I say fewer unhelpful things to myself, which saves me time because I spend less time dwelling on the negatives. I am more confident, which helps me to be my best at home and work. I have learned to perform better when the pressure is on. I interact with my partner and children in a more helpful way and feel like I've become a better parent. I have become a better role model for my direct reports. I understand how to lead my team more effectively. I am better able to collaborate with colleagues, and as a result, we are performing better as a team. Our team is more effective in getting better results. This training has changed my life. Shouldn't someone have already taught me how to do this? You might be asking, if becoming a habit mechanic is so great, why has no one ever taught me how to do it before? This is a great question. Uniquely, habit mechanics capitalise on new insights from cutting-edge neuroscience, behavioural science and psychology. This science is complex, making it hard to understand and apply in everyday life. But my unique career has allowed me to unlock the most important secrets in this science. I've been able to connect different insights from different experts. By combining their work with my own and my team's research, consultancy and life experiences, I've created a new and uniquely powerful approach that anyone can use to thrive and succeed. What will I get from this book? I want to help you understand just how much potential you have and how to tap into it. The value you get from this book is at least the equivalent of doing a degree. But unlike other degree courses where the main focus is learning academic theory, I will teach you simple and practical, science-based habit-building tools. You can use these for the rest of your life, and they will make it much easier for you to be resilient, perform to your potential, and if you want to, become an outstanding leader. You do not need any other qualifications to learn how to use the tools in this book. The only requirement is the desire to be your best. I have broken the book down into 4 simple steps. Step 1, discover your secret superpower. First, I will introduce you to your secret superpower and explain why not knowing how to use it means the challenging modern world can turn it into your greatest weakness. I will also share with you the secret science behind the story of iconic sporting success. This will help you truly understand what it means to be a habit mechanic. You will also begin to understand yourself by developing your habit mechanic intelligence. Your potential is amazing. You just need to know how to unlock it. Step 2. Learn about the secret brain science that will unlock your potential. Next, I will focus on me power conditioning. You will learn about the Lighthouse brain model and how your brain works. You will also learn how to use emotional regulation to develop your resilience. Actually understanding how your brain works makes being your best so much easier. Step 3. Habit mechanic skills. Next, I will show you how to use your habit mechanics toolkit. Here, you will learn simple and practical skills to boost your motivation, analyze your habits, and use behavioral science to build new habits that will have the following benefits: make you feel better, improve your work-life balance, supercharge your performance, save you time because you will be more efficient and effective, reduce your stress levels, stop you from beating yourself up, improve your sleep, diet, exercise, brain health and performance, build your confidence, help you perform under pressure, boost focus and productivity, whether working from home or in the office, sharpen your creativity and problem-solving abilities. Actually understanding how your habits work makes building new ones so much easier. Step 4. Chief habit mechanic skills. Please keep in mind this section is optional and will benefit anybody who wants to help others do better, from team members to business leaders and managers, through to coaches, sports and personal, teachers and parents. Finally, I will focus on helping you become a team power leader and show you how to use your Chief Habit Mechanics toolkit. You will learn how to use leadership science and create high-performing teams using our team power building tools. You'll also learn how to analyse and build new team power leadership habits across 4 core areas: the role model, action communicator, cultural architect, and swap coach. Once you are a habit mechanic, you can help others become habit mechanics. As we work through the book, I will also share stories from some of the world's top performers, including groundbreaking scientist Marie Curie and how she persisted to become the first woman to be awarded a Nobel Prize and the only person to be awarded a Nobel Prize in 2 different sciences, physics and chemistry. Tennis star Novak Djokovic on monitoring and improving daily habits. Author J.K. Rowling, Microsoft founder Bill Gates, golfers Rory McIlroy and Georgia Hall, and inventor Elon Musk on the power of intelligent goal setting. NASA's pioneering aeronautical engineer Mary Jackson on being a role model. All Black rugby legend Richie McCaw on improving productivity and minimising distractions. Tennis great Serena Williams on sharpening your focus and concentration for important tasks. England rugby star Johnny Wilkinson on how to perform under pressure. World champion athlete Jessica Ennis-Hill on reducing stress and building confidence. World Cup winning rugby coach Sir Clive Woodward on creating a high-performing culture. Soccer manager Sir Alex Ferguson on developing people. Bridgewater Associates, which is arguably the world's most successful hedge fund, founder Ray Dalio on creating a purposefully developmental organisation. Sir James Dyson on helping teams fail so they can succeed. And self-made billionaire and founder of undergarment brand Spanx, Sarah Blakely on team communication. I hope that you now have a better understanding of how we help people, teams and leaders to be their best. Also, if you would like to find out more about the Habit Mechanic book, you can download chapters 1 and 2 for free via the homepage of the Tougher Minds website, tougherminds.co.uk. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please do contact us via tougherminds.co.uk. Thanks for listening to the Habit Mechanic podcast. If you liked it, please subscribe and tell someone else about one of the ideas or insights that you found most interesting.